In May 2012, a devastating incident shook the quiet streets of Osmaston in Derbyshire, England. It was at 18 Victory Road, a cosy semi-separate house where tragedy happened. The Philpott family, consisting of Mick and Mairead Philpott and their children, faced a horrifying event that would change their lives forever. In today's episode, we uncover the shocking case of parents who killed their children, Mick and Mairead Philpott. So, guys, ready to be shocked? It was 11 May 2012, just another normal day for Mick Philpott, his wife and 6 beautiful kids. But the late night around 4 a.m., while the children were asleep upstairs, a fire erupted in the house. The parents, Mick and Mairead, were downstairs when the flames began to spread. Mick, the father, bravely attempted to rescue his children from the inferno, but tragically, it was too late. The fire claimed the lives of 5 innocent children: Jaden Philpott, 10 years old, John Philpott, 9 years old, Jack Philpott, 7 years old, Jesse Philpott, 6 years old, and Jaden Philpott, 5 years old. Their eldest sibling, actually the half-brother, Duane Philpott, 13 years old, fought for his life in the hospital but succumbed to his injuries 2 days later. The cause of their deaths was determined to be smoke inhalation, a consequence of the raging fire that engulfed their home. Investigations revealed a chilling truth: the fire was not accidental. It was a conscious act of arson. Someone had maliciously poured petrol under the letterbox, sparking the deadly blaze that took the lives of 6 young souls. The community was shocked and grief-stricken by such a senseless act of violence. In the aftermath of the tragedy, the community rallied together to support the grieving Philpott family. A church service was held in memory of the children at St. George's Catholic Church in Littleover, providing solace and comfort to those mourning the loss. Residents united to form a charity called Catch Me When I Fall, dedicated to assisting the grieving family in their time of need. Additionally, a book of condolence at Derby Cathedral served as a testament to the outpouring of sympathy from hundreds of people deeply affected by the heartbreaking event. As detectives involved in the case, they caught some people related to the fire. In the beginning, they nabbed a 38-year-old guy and a 28-year-old lady, thinking they might be involved in the murder. But after a while, they let them go because they didn't have enough evidence against them. The cops asked folks around for help, but it wasn't easy. People weren't coming forward with information, making it hard for the investigation. They needed everyone's help to solve the puzzle. Despite appeals for information from the community, the investigation faced challenges due to a lack of cooperation. However, on May 29, 2012, something big happened. Mick and Mairead Philpott got arrested because people thought they did something terrible. Their children had died, and everyone was shocked. The police suspected that Mick and Mairead might be responsible for what happened to their kids. It was a really serious situation. The next day, May 30, 2012, the police officially charged them with murder. This made the situation even more serious. People couldn't believe that parents could do something like that to their own children. It was all over the news, and everyone was talking about it. The community was in mourning for the children who had lost their lives. Mick and Mairead Philpott's arrest was a big moment in the story, and it changed everything. People were looking for answers and trying to understand what had happened to those poor children. Later, on November 5, 2012, 2 more individuals were arrested in connection with the crime. Among them was a 45-year-old man named Paul Mosley. He was charged with murder, but as the legal proceedings unfolded, his charge was downgraded to manslaughter in December 2012. Despite previous arrests and releases, Mosley found himself once again under the scrutiny of the law when petrol traces were discovered on his clothing during forensic examination. The subsequent trial, held at Nottingham Crown Court beginning on February 12, 2013, marked a pivotal moment in the pursuit of justice for the victims. Prosecutors, led by Richard Latham QC, presented compelling evidence against Mick and Mairead Philpott, as well as Paul Mosley. After weeks of deliberation, the jury delivered their verdict on April 2, 2013. All 3 defendants were found guilty of the manslaughter of the 6 children, holding them accountable for the tragic loss of life. The sentencing, originally scheduled for April 3rd, was postponed as Mrs. Justice Thirlwall sought additional time for consideration. During this period, Mick Philpott's prior criminal convictions, concealed from the jury during the trial, came to light. On April 4, 2013, justice was served as Mick Philpott received a life sentence with a minimum tariff of 15 years. Mairead Philpott and Paul Mosley were each sentenced to 17 years, with a requirement to serve at least half before being eligible for release on license. In the aftermath of the trial, Mairead Philpott sought to appeal the length of her sentence, arguing that she was under the control of her husband and unable to act freely. However, her appeal was ultimately dismissed and she remained incarcerated. It wasn't until 2020 that Mairead was released on license, having served half of her sentence behind bars. The 2012 Derby arson attack stands as a somber reminder of the devastating consequences of senseless violence. 6 innocent children lost their lives in a tragedy that shook the community to its core. Though justice was served through legal proceedings, the scars left by this heartbreaking event continue to linger, serving as a poignant reminder to cherish and protect the sanctity of life. If you found this video shocking and informative, please do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Remember to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. If you have any ideas about this case, please share them in the comments below. Stay tuned for our next episode.